Eventually, guys, you will see the real people behind Miss Manila Luxe kasi nakikita nyo madalas photos lang, videos lang. I want to introduce them to you formally, how we met. Ang pinaka nakakatawa kasi is when you're building a brand, syempre hindi naman ako pwedeng kumuha ng mga sobrang gaganda, sobrang tataas, diba? I just believed in them. And I saw where they're good at and started building them there. For example, si Gabby, she's just a newly graduate na napadpad dito kasi naghahanap siya ng malapit na trabaho. Si Zara naman is a person na nung una, sabi niya sa akin, kaya talagang kinuha ko siya sa interview, sinabi niya, kahit ano pong trabaho, gagawin ko. Then next naman is my Jonah. Jonah alongside with Mary, sila yung mga matagal kong tao. Pero si Jonah kasi shy baby yan. Ganda-ganda niya, pero sobrang shy niya. Then I have Jazel. Jazel was supposed to be my EA, but I saw her potential in terms of handling people. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung mood niya. So maganda siyang panglagay ng boss, di ba? Kasi siya yung tao na matatakot ka. So now she is promoted to the supervisor. Mary is really talagang nung kinuha ko siya pabalik, alam ko operations manager na siya. Kasi from the start, nandun na siya from the bottom to the up, di ba? So yes, and then we hired 2 guys. One is Andrew, she's the bag spa specialist. Baby pa yon, 21 pero utak 17. So inaalaga-alagaan ko pa. Second is si Renz. Si Renz naman yung messenger natin kasi nga we're trying to build trust with people, and I believe that sometimes lalo na sa mga first time buyer takot sila magpa-grab or lala-move. Who else? Deans naman is yung kaibigan, kapatid ni Zara. Next naman is I hired another person which is Manel, Jazzy is a shy baby girl. She is actually the person na hindi nagsasalita, kaya pag nagbusabay siya ng 10 words, palakpakan kami lahat. Last hire namin, my love, is si Aris. Si Aris naman is an additional, ang ganda makipag-usap lalaki. Tapos sabi ko, I have a good feeling with this guy na ang ayos na mag-usap. So yes, we are a budding team and we will still hire. But I can't wait to finally introduce them one by one to you guys. Real growth doesn't mean doing it all alone. And that's true, guys. I will never be in this position if I did not learn how to delegate, make system, trust the team, and constantly motivate them. This episode is about the people behind the group, the ones you don't usually see when the brand starts expanding. If you're building a business, a team, or even just trying to grow without burning out, this matters. Because no expansion is sustainable without the right people holding that foundation. Today, I want to talk about why growth stopped feeling like a solo journey and how the return of the right people changed everything.
This is the truth behind building every business. Hindi lang siya puro glitz and glamour. May kasama siyang drama.
Gusto ko ma-experience mo kung ano yung na-experience ng ibang tao pag bumibili ng mahal na bag.
Hi, this is Stephanie, your bag bestie.
So why does growth feel different when you're no longer alone? Because it's not overwhelming anymore. Kasi mas nakakapag-focus ako ngayon sa mga bagay na kaya ko na hindi nila kaya, which is strategy, content creation. Feeling ko kaya ko ngayon mas mag-grow because nade-delegate ko na lahat ng mga bagay na pwede kong i-delegate. Why do we keep celebrating founder as if they built it all alone? That's a very good question. But here in Miss Manila Luxe, we never do that. Pansin nyo naman po lagi na sinasama ko sila sa videos. I always want you to know that this expansion or this growth is not possible just because of me. It was possible because of all the people who work. Minsan alam niyo ba yung mga baby girls ko, they overtime. They overtime not because they want more money from us, but because they are so committed to the growth of Miss Manila Luxe na sila na mismo yung nahihiya pag hindi nila natatapos yung task nila. So I think that founders are the ones responsible on making that shift. Not only should they celebrate themselves, but they should also give thanks, gratitude, and also, alam mo yun, kailangan sila yung mag-uplift ng team nila. What problems don't show up online? Madami po. Yung una sa lahat, ang pinaka na gulat akong pwedeng maging problema ng isang kumpanya ay yung pag-aaway-away ng mga tao. I don't know how to handle those things because I'm a peace lover. But then, yun yung una kong hindi kayang pakita sa inyo. Kasi syempre, pag pinakita ko sa inyo yun, would you trust me? Pero ang dami pong nangyari behind that. Second thing that you don't see is the chaos. Yung chaos ng saan namin lalagay yung bagay, na ano na ba to, na input na ba to, nabayaran na ba, yung chaotic day-to-day namin, hindi nyo po alam. Ang nakikita nyo lang yung end result. Kapag kunyari, delete yung shipping, yun lang yung marereklamo nyo. Pero for us to be running these operations daily, ang dami po talagang mali na pag inisa-isa natin, baka di tayo matapos. Can a business grow while its foundation is shaking? Very good. Actually, we were growing while our foundation is none. As in, yung growth kasi because we were viral, there was like every week, there is a viral video that produces 100,000 views. And 100,000 views, convert mo kahit 10%, no? Nagiging inquiry yun. So kahit na walang foundation yung business, it grew. But is it good? No, it's not good. What happened is along the way, we keep breaking promises to the clients because the foundation is not there. The SOP is not there, right? We keep on failing our clients by not updating them nicely or timely. Tapos, hindi ko marirecommend yung growth without foundation. But then, yes, it is possible because it happened to Miss Manila Luxe. Why did Mary coming back changed everything? So if you don't know Mary, Mary has been with me ever since before with my previous company. She was the head of collections. So nawala siya bigla because she has a change of priorities. Ang gusto niya is mas malapit yung work niya dun sa bahay nila kasi taga Commonwealth siya tapos yung work na napasukan niya dun lang sa may UP Techno Hub. So I realized na nga naman, nakakapagod nga naman na magbiyahe-biyahe siya, 'di ba? Kasi her biyahe here is 1.5 hour. But then the growth suddenly really took a toll on me na hindi ko na kayang gawin mag-isa kasi hindi lang naman kliyente yung kailangan kong problemahin eh. Kailangan ko pang problemahin yung sourcing and mga tao. So, I asked her, can you please come back? And when she came back, the 6-month break that she had was the perfect thing that she added here. Why? Because now she can see from sa labas kung anong mali. So, pagbating niya dito, nahanap niya ulit, nakita niya from the fresh sense of eyes or lights, fresh sense of lens, basta ba ganun, di ba? Nakita niya kung ano yung mali at pwede naming igawin mas okay at mas maganda. So, ang dami pong nangyari nung dumating si Mary because she becomes the operations manager now. She is handling the people, the SOPs, the clients. So, everything now is running smoother than it was before because Mary took over running the business on yung sa likod. Why does the right person brings calm, not noise? Let's give it a perfect example, Mary. Because Mary and I have been working for the longest time, like 3 years na kami siguro working together. She already know how I make decisions and she already know how to get to me. For example, tita, gising ka na po ba? So pagising ko pa lang, imbes na magkaroon ako ng iniisip na, ano kayang problema? She will present everything to me. Like, tita, ito po yung ganyan. Ito anong gagawin dito? Tapos may solusyon na rin siya based from the experience. So the right person will become your calm because she thinks you are an ally instead of tinatago niya yung mali. So yes, she became the calm instead of my another person or another thing to think about. What changes when you stop fixing problems and start building systems? Oh my God, that's the very good question because when Mary came, I stopped fixing problems kasi inasa ko na sa kanya, kaya mo na yan, di ba? So now guys, meron na kaming better system, meron na kaming ang dami naming na-produce na new trackers, kaya pansin ninyo, hindi na po kami delayed sa shipping kasi nasolusyonan ko na siya. Pangalawa, we have now daily reports so I can see where's the bottleneck. Third is, mas nakapag-focus ako sa content creation just like today, which is will make the company more trustworthy in the future. And fourth is, alam niyo yung kapag business owner ka, usually you become, may tinatawag sila dun eh, yung paulit-ulit ka nagdesisyon, nagkakaroon ka ng decision burnout or yung fatigue na minsan kakadesisyon mo, yung next na decision mo mali. Ngayon parang feeling ko dahil hindi ko na kailangan magdesisyon ng magdesisyon, lahat ng mga problema ngayon, mas napapagdesisyonan ko ng mas maayos kasi wala na akong decision fatigue. How can I lead when I can't be everywhere? So, if you know me, I'm a Virgo. It's so hard for me to trust people that they could do the same amount and quality of work that I do. But then, I started delegating and I started trusting my people that these people behind me have the same goal, which is bringing Miss Manila Luxe into a higher level. So I started leading by trusting my people more. Eventually, guys, you will see the real people behind Miss Manila Luxe. Kasi nakikita nyo madalas photos lang, videos lang. I want to introduce them to you formally, how we met. Ang pinaka nakakatawa kasi is when you're building a brand, syempre hindi naman ako pwedeng kumuha ng mga sobrang gaganda, sobrang tataas, 'di ba? I just believed in them and I saw where they're good at and started building them there. For example, si Gabby, she's she's just a newly graduate na napadpad dito kasi naghahanap siya ng malapit na trabaho. But look at her, from consignment, now she's in sales. Si Zara naman is a person na nung una, sabi niya sa akin, kaya talagang kinuha ko siya sa interview, sinabi niya, kahit ano pong trabaho, gagawin ko po. And she's so hardworking that eventually I saw that she can multitask. But more importantly is, ang galing niyang humarap ng tao. She makes that person feel that she's safe, that they're happy here. Ang galing niya mag-joke. So, nakukuha niya yung loob ng mga tao. So, I eventually promoted her to sales too. Then, next naman is my Jonah. Jonah alongside with Mary. Sila yung mga matagal kong tao. Pero si Jonah kasi shy baby yan. Ang ganda-ganda niya. Pero sobrang shy niya. So, gusto lang niya mag-work behind the scenes. That's why she's in collections now. Then, I have Jazel. Jazel was supposed to be my EA, but I saw her potential in terms of handling people because she is, alam mo yung magaling siyang maglagay ng boundary. Minsan kausap niya, minsan hindi. Hindi mo alam kung ano yung mood niya. So maganda siyang panglagay ng boss, di ba? Kasi siya yung tao na matatakot ka. So now she is promoted to the supervisor. Mary is really talagang nung kinuha ko siya pabalik, alam kong operations manager na siya. Kasi from the start, nandun na siya from the bottom to the up, di ba? So, yes. And then we hired 2 guys. One is Andrew. She's the bags pa specialist. Baby pa yon, 21 pero utak 17. So, inaalaga-alagaan ko pa. Pero he has raw talent in bags pa. Kahit hindi ko na siya dalhin sa bags pa course, he can do better than me. Second is si Renz. Si Renz naman yung messenger natin. Kasi nga, we're trying to build trust with people. And I believe that sometimes, lalo na sa mga first-time buyer, takot sila magpa-grab or lala-move. Kaya nag-hire tayo noon. Maayos siya, malinis siya, magalang siya, right on time. Who else? Nins. Nins naman is yung kaibigan, kapatid ni Zara. First of all, dapat nasa consignment siya. Ang galing niya makipag-usap. Magaling siyang makipag-usap to the point na nagulat ako sa talent niya. That's why I promoted her to a buyout officer. She can handle multitasking. Now, she's there. Next naman is I hired another person which is Manel. Manel is medyo nahihirapan pa siya sa shipping. But then, ever since she came into the shipping, magaling na magaling siya. Wala na siyang namimiss. Third is Jazzy. Jazzy is a shy baby girl. She is actually the person na hindi nagsasalita. Kaya pag nagsabay siya ng 10 words, palakpakan kaming lahat. And then, dati, na-overwhelm siya sa shipping. Pero ngayon, you know what? Ang sarap lang makita yung mga girls ko that thriving. Now that she's handling Shopify and shipping at the same time, she's more productive. And last but not the least, we said goodbye to Weena. Weena is actually now reviewing for her board exam to be a let teacher. But because of her, if you're watching this, my baby girl, thank you so much for staying with me during the hardest times. And siya yung gumawa ng mga SOP sa shipping na iniwan niya sa mga baby girls natin. Kaya wala kami dito, Weena, kung wala ka. Hope that you're reviewing and punta ka dito lagi, ha? Tapos next naman is si last hire namin, my love, is si Aris. Si Aris naman is an additional, ang ganda makipag-usap lalaki. Tapos sabi ko, I have a good feeling with this guy na ang ayos makipag-usap. So we hired him as going to be the front desk associate because ang pinag-graduatean niya is, anong tawag doon? Hospitality management. So yes, we are a budding team and we will still hire, but I can't wait to finally introduce them one by one to you guys. Real growth doesn't mean doing it all alone. And that's true, guys. I will never be in this position if I did not learn how to delegate, make system, trust the team, and constantly motivate them. Alam nyo ba, when I stepped out of being the operations manager, I did not stop working. What I did is I do weekly check up with my people. Oh, how are you there? Ganyan, 'di ba? Tapos I do monthly realignment with my team para nagigets nila kung ano yung goal namin. So, with me stepping away from the operations is me coming in as the leader. So what's the difference of that? Being the operations is ikaw yung magsasabi ng mistakes, ikaw yung yayaw-yaw sa mga tao. But being a leader is identifying the problem, but instead of shaming them or instead of correcting them right there and then, you formulate like a what you call this, a seminar. Minsan nagpapa-seminar ako dito, client care relations seminar, 'di ba? Kasi na-identify ko na hindi sila marunong makipag-usap pa the way that I want Miss Manila Luxe to be run. So ang ginawa ko, ChatGPT, how to do. Tapos ako na nag-seminar kaysa magbayad ako ng 3,900 isa per person. Ako na lang po. So yeah, real growth happens when you start delegating and believing that the system and the people that you have is also going to work for you the way you want them to work for Miss Manila Luxe. If this episode resonated with you, please stay with the journey. Follow the podcast wherever you're watching or listening. This is Stephanie from Miss Manila Luxe. See you on the next episode.